one of them plays. And so I just don't know how much I really trust. Like, I don't know how much I really trust the running back room for the Dolphins, just because of that, man. Like, if you look down the line, like if you look at like the three people that they had, like that they just signed, it just, to me, it doesn't make sense that any of them are really going to be stars, or other than like just possible viable flex positions for your fantasy team.
So when we talk about the Dolphins backfield, we're talking about Raheem Mostert, we're talking about Chase Edmonds, and we're talking about probably Sony Michel going into next year.
Yeah, and maybe Myles Gaskin if he slides in at a 4, but that's a lot of running backs going into that mid-ass room.
So you look at the offensive line, and the left side of that line, and maybe the center, looks to be kind of up to par.
Well, I think everything other than, I think that line is serviceable if you look at it.
Yeah, they have Teron Armstead, left tackle, Connor Williams, left guard, Michael Dieter, longtime center. They have a pretty good line, and
and Liam Eschenbach or whatever. I think he was just drafted out of Notre Dame not too long ago. So they've invested into that line, and so that's why I think it's going to be serviceable.
Yeah,
it's just keeping Tua upright has to be the most. That's the most valuable thing this year, because if you look at what really is going to be the emphasis of that team, it's going to be the passing game, I think. Like, I think the run is going to be complementing it, but if you look at where the main assets are, I think they've kind of laid all their baskets into their tight end, who is a top 5 tight end because of his receiving ability.
Mike Gesicki?
Yes. And then you also have 3 Cadillacs for wide receivers, those being Tyreek Hill, who you just traded an arm and a leg for. You have Jalen Waddle, who you just drafted in the first round last year, who ended up being a top 3 rookie wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And then you also have Cedric Wilson, who you just signed to like a 3-year deal from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I just think when you think of all of those assets, I would assume that they're going to be passing the ball more. Those running backs are just going to be kind of like those game managers.
Yeah.
So I think the starter of the year is going to be Chase Edmonds.
For sure.
Just because he is able to run the ball and he's able to catch the ball out of the backfield at a pretty decent clip. When you look at Raheem Mostert, he's probably just going to be like a pure runner. But I say that with hesitancy because he is aging, and he seems to always have some sort of injury bug.
My man is always hurt.
He is, dude. Like, the only time he was ever fucking healthy was when he went for, like, 250 yards against the
Packers. Yeah, I remember that.
Only time he's
Not
ever
a great
fucking
memory.
been healthy.
I kind of don't like that you brought that up. But,
And then Sony
Michel, too.
Who has been, at times, a decently viable asset in fantasy when he was on the Rams. Like, I started him a couple times last year, and he was mid, but he at least got the job done, you know?
Sony Michel was drafted in the 2019 NFL draft.
Yeah, in the first round.
That's crazy. Bro, he's on his 3rd team.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. And
First round running back.
Feel for the guy, but yeah, man, like, I just don't know how much of an asset he is. Like, I feel like if he gets hurt one more time, or like if he fucking, I don't know, like, I feel like someone's already like doing the thing that he can do on a team right there. Like, I think Chase Edmonds might be a clip better. You know, I don't know. I could be capping on that though.
I think Chase Edmonds is the guy because I'm gonna predict that this team's gonna need to pass a lot, not out of wanting to, but out of need. They play in a division with the Bills, with the Patriots. Mm-hmm. The Jets seem to be, putting together a lot of pieces. And so I think that Chase Edmonds is going to be the most serviceable. He'll see the most field time because he's versatile.
Yeah.
And he excels at one part of the game that's necessary when you're catching up to the Bills or the Patriots or any of these guys.
Yeah.
And I think that he's the guy that you want out of this backfield. The second guy I want out of this backfield, though, would be Sony Michel.
Probably, yeah.
Because I believe that if if Raheem Mostert gets hurt, that would help Sony Michel more than if Chase Edmonds got hurt.
That's fair.
I think Raheem Mostert can catch, and they have other weapons like Gaskin and shit.
If they keep him.
You look at somebody like a Sony Michel, he excels when he gets that goal line work, and when he's clearly like the downhill running back. Yeah. That's his bag.
Right.
And that's somebody that I would like to get a piece of. assuming I'm not willing to pay up for Chase Edmonds in, let's say, the 4th or 5th round of a redraft league.
Nah, dude, I think redraft, you could probably be looking at Chase Edmonds around like the 6th, honestly. Yeah. And I'd feel comfortable taking Sony Michel if he's available in like the 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be available.
Maybe a little later. Yeah.
I like that positioning right there.
I think Sony Michel goes around where defenses start to go, kind of as of right now.
Yeah.
But that's just our opinions on the Miami Dolphins backfield. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment below. My name is Jah.
I'm Dugo.
Peace.